Hello everyone, KFR's Designs back once again with another design tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll show how you can create this nice warm bakery flyer design using Canva. So let's get started. First of all, I have asked ChatGPT to create a design brief for this flyer. This will be a bakery flyer, and you can see here ChatGPT has given the contents. Okay, so these are the contents. This is the airline, sub airline. These are the points, call to action, things like that. So we'll use this to create our flyer today. So let's first of all go to Canva. Let's click on create and then search for flyer, and then we can pick one of these, right? So let's pick this. So we have our blank canvas now. So now let's start our design. I'll start with a background image. So let me search for something like croissant, and in photos or we can search for bakery. So let's enlarge this. Actually, let's search for other photos. Wait, this one looks good. So let's replace the background. After this, we'll add the main hero image in the middle, which will be croissant. So let's search for croissant, and we can use this one. Okay. So in order to give focus to the front image, hero image, one trick we can apply is we can blur out the background. Okay, so let's click on edit and blur, and whole image, and let's blur it so that we just get the hint. Okay, all right, now after this, now let's create our headline text. Okay, for that, let's have something to put on. For that, I will search for hanging board. Okay, so you can pick any of these. I'll pick this one, and let's remove the background, and we can enlarge it. So something like this. Next, we'll add our headline. For that, I'll just copy the headline text. We'll choose a little traditional font, Playfair display, to give the feeling of traditional warm. This might suit the bakery theme. So we'll change the color to white. We can make it bold. After that, let's make this. Let's add a illustration of morning. Okay, so we can use this one. Let's put it here. And we can add contrast to this word morning. So let's just select the color, okay, yellow color. Next we'll add the subheading. For that I'll just copy the text, paste it, and the another font we'll use is Laura, okay. So we have used two fonts. Let's make it a lot smaller. I'll decrease the line spacing a little bit here. So let's decrease the line spacing. Let's make the text white. And I'll add a divider here, okay. So for that, we'll use a line. Let's choose another line element, which is a shape. So we'll use this simple line element. Let's duplicate this by holding Alt and dragging. Let's make this white. We can make this a little bit thinner, maybe 2. So far it's looking good. Now we'll add call to action here or special here, okay. So we'll put weekday special here. So for this I again need a container. For this let's use a paper this time. So white paper, the overall theme should match, okay. So these all seem to be related to bakery theme. Actually we can source something like vintage paper and use something just to give that traditional feel again. So next we'll add the special. For this I'll just drag this text. We'll say weekday special. Now we'll pick a color from the picture, okay, something like this, and bring it to front. After that, let's make a little we can add contrast by making this black. Okay, now we'll add this text at the bottom, make it smaller, and make this black. Finally, let's add the website name. Okay, for this I'll introduce another font to make the call to action little distinct. Website, this is our website. Just make it a little smaller. Okay, so far so good. Now we can also add a little shadow to our hero image to make it a little realistic. Okay, as if it is resting on the ground. For that I'll pick edit, then shadow, then backdrop. Okay, and let's blur it little bit and let's enlarge it. Okay, so that makes it little more realistic. Next, let's add the logo. Okay, so for that, for now, if you have a logo you can use that, or I'll just use bakery, and let's use this illustration for now. Okay, so we'll put somewhere here. After that, let's add a QR code here for the call to action. So we can pick this and let's add a white background. Let's make it white, and let's bring this behind. You can press Ctrl and square bracket to bring that, take that behind. After that, let's group this by pressing Ctrl G, and let's make it smaller. Okay, so this is our QR code. After that, let's add an accent color. We'll add order now. Okay, so let's put this. This will introduce a nice red accent color that catches the eye. Also, this is a call to action, so it says order now. So far so good. I'll lock this background for the moment, and let's center this pastry and let's lock it as well. Okay, and I'll select everything and make it a little smaller. Okay, just make it large. Now let's unlock this. Let's put this little up. Now finally, let's add few items that are the items of this bakery. For that, I'll just copy the points and paste it here, and I'll again change this to enter. Okay, and let's make it a lot smaller. We can also make it a little bold. So let's give this color white, and let's add some background. For that, I'll pick rectangle. We can use this color, and we can just decrease the opacity. Okay, so that it's not very distinct. Okay, So looks like our main contents are now complete. Now the final thing left is to just check the alignments so that everything are well aligned. Okay, so for that I'll select these three, center it, group it, and then center it. Okay, and then make it at the center. So let's select these three. They are in the middle already, so we can also add a cursor, okay, to make this even more interesting. So let's add a cursor here, and let's add like this. Okay, a little smaller. Let's select these two, center them, and let's group them and then center align them. Okay, so this is a center layout, so it's better to just make everything center aligned. Let's select these, let's make them center aligned, and let's group them. Okay, and let's make them center aligned. This will be also center aligned, this will be center aligned, and even the board is center aligned. So looks like it is looking nice. So what else? We can bring this till below. Finally, we can do some color adjustments to our images, okay, to make them even more vibrant, eye-catching. So let me unlock the background. Let me go to edit and then click on adjust, and let's see if we can increase. Let's make this front. We can increase the temperature, we can increase the brightness, we can increase the contrast, we can even increase the vibrance. Okay, so that's it. Looks like our design is now ready. So we'll now export this. Let's download this, and finally let's apply in a mock-up and see how it looks. Okay, so I'll add a page. Let me go to mockup, and in the print let's select a flyer. Okay, so it could be something like this one, and let's add our graphics. So I'll upload that image and let's drop it here. So you can see the mockup has been applied, and so this is a good way to test how it looks when it is printed. So that's our final design. Hope you like this episode and you have learned something. If you have any questions, please drop it in the comments. I'll be happy to help. This much for now. See you in the next episode. Thank you for watching.